Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 18 Gators.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, Sam off. Lee Griffin.
They begin with a run by Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
Watch the safety creep. You go take. You got to
Rock it. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Elway. This is the tight end Fant. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hard. Show it. Begin. Switch.
They'll try the right side here with Davis. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
80 weapon.
Check 52. Check 3.
Go.
Check.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Elway. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Rivers. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Tomlinson again, a 1st down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rivers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Delta!
Under coach. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And Badgley missed it. Off to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check, check, check.
Chris on travel. Yo, cheetah, cheetah. Hey, Charlie.
Now it's Elway. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Bang, 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 bang. Slant, slant.
Leo.
On second down now, it's Davis. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Let's go. 10 over.
Check 55, Mike. Defense wins championship, baby.
61. Matchbox right. Hey, exit.
From the gun on third down, it's Elway. Completes it to Davis. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And that is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
180, block 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
A first down throw here for Rivers. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On the counter is Tomlinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
From the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. And oh, it coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Rivers to throw it. Caught by Allen. 15 yards on the play. First down.
15 yards. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rivers now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Here we go again.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense.
From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man It's Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw, Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Rivers now from the 50. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hand.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
55. All day. Check 13. Check 13. Kill. You're out. Defense.
On second down, it's Davis. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
60 Pittsburgh. 6-6 Bullet High.
Davis will try to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
And the Broncos first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Elway. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Check nine.
On third down, Elway. He's got his tight end Fant. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
New York Parker. 55. Hey, eat. Come on, baby.
They'll try to run for it with Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Let's get it.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Rivers from his own end zone on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Out of the gun, Elway. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check Nick.
80 weapon.
Switch.
Hey, Echo. General West.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Play action. It's Elway. Deep ball for Goodwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Check 26, check 26. Left to right. Hey, check 24, watch 26.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Okay. 390.
Check back. Hatchet. Watch that.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Look at me. Go ahead.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Broncos.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, lock it. Hey, Sam on.
Final play of the half. It's Elway. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
I don't think you got it,
To throw again. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Wait, 89!
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch 54. I'm coming. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Cluster.
Throwing Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
10 Lobo.
You. He's crashing. He's checking crack. 30.
Rock it, get it.
They keep it with Davis on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elway. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Elway. Goodwin able to haul it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Hard. Protein spill. Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Topper! Tighten up! Bravo!
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And that'll set them back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
64, reach.
Safe. Pick the edge.
Go. Hey, foxtrot.
Crash. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
55.
Here's Elway. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Elway. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Elway will throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
Throwing again. Rivers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Get that ball. Check safety.
Zero.
Check 50.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jabal Sheard providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You draw quarters.
Let's get off the field, D. Check.
Hit it.
To throw again. Elway. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, switch gears. Shift.
They'll run with Davis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run with Davis. And he loses the football a 2nd time. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Crunch. Check. Leo. Gentlemen, get it.
Throwing now. Elway on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Crunch down, defense. Check. 55 to mine. Check.
Hey, Alpha.
You remember me?
Fair. Ready?
2nd and 10. Elway again.
Watch quick.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check out.
You're out. Now.
To throw is Elway. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
You know, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Elway. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, Elway. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
From the 39, Rivers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This for his running back, McCoy. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Begin, begin, begin.
Protein spill.
Switch.
Hey, lock it.
Again, it's Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
52. Check three.
A first down carry for Davis. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Rivers. Benjamin's got it. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Hey, come on now.
Rivers on first down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 5-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Keep it up, guys. Out.
White.
Fresno. Shift.
Cluster.
Here's McCoy. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's McCoy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
Yeah, they definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go again with Davis. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check 4, check 4. Check it backer, check it backer.
On 3rd down, Davis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Davis running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Rivers. And caught by Henry. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Kill. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
12. Wait!
Check 37.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one.